Hello everyone, Renee here, and welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading. So this reading is a few days late, so we're going to cover the first week of June in this reading. So roughly June 1st to June 7th or 8th. All you have to do is choose one of these three cards. Which card do you feel drawn to right now? Is it card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? Once you have decided, you can look below at the timestamps and fast forward to your reading. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great beginning of June. Hello, Group 1. So let's take a look at what's in store for you this first week of June 2023. So your first card is changing your mind. So this might be a week where you are considering something, some kind of a decision, and just know that you have the right, well, most of the time anyway, right? You have the right to change your mind. Okay, so consider that for this week. Let's draw you another oracle card from my Color Goddess Casting Cards deck and see what else I can tell you before we get into the tarot. I like this one. And it is Sky Goddess with a message about faith, flight, and limitlessness. So this is all about knowing that you have limitless potential, and maybe that's something you realize this week or something you need to be reminded of. So let's get into the tarot and let's see what else I can tell you. And I apologize for the background buzzing, but we have the window AC unit going up here in this old house because it's really hot today in my neck of the woods. It's oddly hot for the end of May. Let's see what else I can tell you, Group 1. And this is the Light Seers Tarot. All right, we have 8 of coins. Let's move these up just a little. All right, 8 of coins. We have the 3 of coins. We have the Lovers. We have the Death card, or Rebirth, as it's noted here. And we have the Ace of Coins. Oh my gosh. So, let's take a look at these cards, Group 1. I'd say, whatever project you're working on for money, whether it's a business or your regular career or a side thing or a side business, or maybe you are some type of an artist or creator, you are working very hard. You are also either working with other people or maybe delegating some responsibilities that might be related to this project or work or business or whatever it is that's yours. So you're working with a team of people, a small team of people usually. I mean, it could mean a large team, but usually for me it means a small group. Maybe 3 people, maybe 4. And then at the end here we have the Ace of Coins, which is kind of the payoff for all of the work. The 8 of Coins is hard work, striving towards a goal financially, usually. And the Ace of Coins here is the reward and the new beginning with that. Now, for some of you, these coins might have to do with your health. So maybe you've been working really hard towards a goal with your health. Maybe you're in some kind of a group dynamic, healing type of group, whatever that might be, whether it's mental health, emotional health, physical health. So in this case, the group dynamic will help you to heal, and the Ace of Coins is kind of promising a good payoff here at the end. Now we have the Lovers and we have Death and Rebirth here. So let's see what these cards are all about, Group 1. Alright, so we have the 4 of Cups, 3 of Swords, and the 9. So this is pretty heavy stuff. So we have possibly a new relationship blossoming with the Lovers, okay? Which has taken some time because you've been healing from some pain, a broken heart, a vast disappointment, anything along those lines. When it comes to your heart, your emotions, a relationship, it's time for a new beginning in love is kind of what this message is. And there is someone coming in, or someone who is in your life now, that could be very significant in the area of romance, all right? So it's kind of showing you maybe healing from the past, or maybe some of you, this is just showing the healing happening and you're really feeling that distancing from this pain, this loss, and you're feeling better and better this week. And for some of you, the healing's happened and there is room, or possibly already happening, a new type of romantic relationship is already happening in your life. And along those lines, I feel like there's the death and the rebirth, like the death of the old, the rebirth of the new you in this sense. And the Nine of Cups is just, it's about you having lots of options and choices emotionally. What do you want to do? Who do you want to be with? What can you do to bring you joy? Who do you want to be with that will bring you joy? You're kind of figuring it all out emotionally. So you've got a good balance here this week, Group 1, with the regular, earthly stuff, either trying to get physically healthy or trying to build up a business or a project to have that big payoff here, which is happening at the end of the week, maybe June 7th, 8th, 9th, going into the second week of June. So you've got that happening. And also you've got healing and new beginnings with your emotional self, with love, with romance, that type of thing. Also, we can't forget the first card, which is changing your mind. So maybe in a romantic sense, you've been telling this person, maybe you've been dating for a while, you're not ready for a relationship. You're not ready for a relationship. It's just, you're not healed yet. You're just not ready. You're blocked, whatever. You're guarded. And this week, maybe you're kind of opening up a little bit more to this person. You're letting go the death of the past, the end of the pain, the end of a long healing journey. And you have the right to change your mind. Also, you have the right to change your mind in this business thing, or that whatever this is, project, work thing. If you feel like you could do something in a better way, share it with your group. If you feel like maybe you've started along the wrong trajectory to this goal, share it with your group that you've changed your mind, you want to go a different route, and it all works out in the end. It's kind of what that's about. And then, of course, we have limitless potential here, which has to do with both your physical self, financial self, and your emotional self. This is a card of hope and faith. So you're feeling very optimistic this week, Group 1. Very positive, very optimistic. Things are looking better for you than maybe they have in a while. Let's get you a few words of wisdom to wrap up your reading. All right. So we have the first one. Look at this. We have gratitude. There you go. We have romance and meditate. We're going to do 4. And strong. Okay. So you're reminded of your own strength in every way. Again, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Meditate this week. If you are wondering about something, if you're curious as to what to choose, meditate. Romance is in the air when you're ready. And of course, most of all, be grateful for all the wonderful little things that are going to be happening for you this week. All right, Group 1. I hope this helps you. Have a great week. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, Group 2. How are you? So let's see what is in store for you this week. We have a message of join in. So you might want to join in on something this week, whether it's a work thing, a personal thing, something to consider, Group 2. So let's draw you a card from my deck, the Color Goddess Casting Cards. These are available in my Etsy shop. The link is below. So this one literally fell out. So it is Pink Goddess with a message of clairvoyance, foresight, and prophecy. It's kind of telling you, Group 2, that your foresight, your intuitive abilities are pretty on point this week. If you have any prophetic feelings, dreams, little intuitive hits, you might want to pay attention to those this week, all right? Because they're probably going to be significant. Let's get into the tarot. So I do see that pink color really jumping out for you so far, Group 2, with the flowers in the join in card, and then of course the pink card. which tells me that your focus might be on the clairvoyancy and also the heart chakra, healing the heart, unconditional love, that kind of thing. All right, first out with the tarot, we have the Knight of Swords. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Strength card. The Eight of Coins. And the Hermit. All right, so let's take a look. Knight of Swords, Three of Cups. I want to draw on those first. First on this Knight of Swords. Ooh, action. So at the beginning of the week, group 2, you're going to have to rush into something. You're going to have to act quickly on something. And it's going to be different for all of you. It could mean, there's something you have to do quickly for your job or your business or your career. It might mean kind of jumping in and helping a loved one or a family member to do something. It's very spontaneous, spur of the moment, but it is quick action right at the beginning of June, okay? We have the Three of Cups, which is celebrations, getting together with friends, and the Queen of Wands is involved in that. So you might be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Or even if you're not, maybe you're the one, the sociable one, the leader who's kind of getting this group of people together, getting this, organizing this reunion of maybe friends or sisters. Usually it's females, but not always. And it looks like a very good time. There's joy and joyfulness that comes with these two cards. You can kind of feel that with these lovely illustrations here that are by Chris Ann, the author and artist of this deck, the Light Seers Tarot. So there's a lot of joy here, a lot of camaraderie, something fun happening, towards the beginning of June, maybe the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th of June. We have strength in your work and the process of your work. And with that, we have the 10. So have courage in whatever it is you're doing for your body or for your health. Now, the Eight of Coins also came up in Group 1's reading, and it can have to do with your physical body or your financial situation. But it's hard work. Whatever it is, it's hard work. And there's strength here as well. Strength, courage, fortitude are all kind of keywords of the Strength card. So for some of you, it might be physical strength. You're working out, you're trying to build, muscle mass or shed some weight or gain some weight or whatever it might be. And I feel like you're on a good trajectory here with the 10 of Coins. There is a very good outcome eventually. Not this week, but it's kind of the promise of a good outcome eventually. So for example, if you are investing your money this week, intelligently, making good decisions about your money and investments, they will probably pay off later in life, maybe retirement fund, something like that. Or if you're planning your retirement, this week might be a good week to really get down to the nitty-gritty of all that stuff and do the math and the numbers and what you need to be happy and comfortable after retirement. But it's all kind of a result of your hard work is the main message here. So a lot of action this week. With the Strength and the 8 and the 8 of Wands, the 2 8s. And we have the Hermit here at the end of the week. So let's see what that's about. All right, seven of Pentacles on top of that. And we'll do one more. And the 3. All right. So what this looks like to me is you maybe reaching out to help others or maybe get assistance from other people. And it might be in the workplace, it might be in your personal life, but you're realizing, I feel, you're realizing that you can't and you don't have to do everything on your own. You have some supportive people around you who are more than willing to help you with whatever's going on here, towards the 2nd week of June. And the 7 is kind of saying, if you're starting something new, or if there's something new you want to try or do, get some advice, get some assistance, and just be patient. Like, plant the seed and be patient, and it will grow with time. This can also mean the growth of relationships and closeness. So I feel like that goes along with the join in card, you know? Like maybe you've been estranged from some family members for whatever reason, and you've felt alone for a long time. Maybe there was a falling out months or years ago. And it's kind of like planting the seed of hope that these relationships will now be better, because that's what I feel with, especially with the 3. I feel that joining in and maybe giving these people another chance, it might be beneficial. Obviously, trust your own intuition, okay? If you feel like it would be toxic for you to be in contact with these people again, maybe they hurt you in the past, or you just don't get along, then obviously trust that. But from the cards, it looks like there's some kind of falling away, or what's the word? Crumbling, like a crumbling of old grudges kind of happening slowly but surely this week. And you might feel that. And with all of that kind of crumbling away, comes a new beginning with these relationships. And you may feel like joining in, okay? Interesting reading, group 2. So let's draw you a few words of wisdom to wrap up your reading. Yeah, and it makes sense now with all of this stuff, especially how... Oh, and this is joining in as well. I mean, 3 of Cups is definitely joining in with friends, family, and just having a good time, letting loose or being loose about things, being very easygoing. That's the kind of vibe it is for you this week. So let's draw you a few words of wisdom. So first out, we have gentle, okay? And it kind of makes me think of this card. You can see strength. She's half lion, but there's also the lamb. You know, it can be a gentle kind of strength or courage, that strength card. We have spirit, okay? We have believe. And one more. We have, look at that, tranquility. Wow. So, you know, overall, it looks like, although the first part of the week is very much active, and even towards the end of the week, active, you're making a lot of steps here. You're taking a lot of action. Maybe you're the one getting people together who have not spoken for a while, bringing the groups together here in 2 different instances is what it looks like. So maybe you are kind of the leader. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if you have a lot of Leo in your chart, or Leo significant in your chart. You know, sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign especially. There's a lot of Leo energy coming through here. But yeah, being gently maybe persuasive, and having a strength of spirit, and believing in the best, and also all your choices and all the actions you're taking this week lead to that of tranquility is what I feel, like a time of peace, if that makes any sense. So I hope this helps you, group 2, and I hope you have a fantastic week. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, group 3. So let's see what your first card is for this first week of June 2023. And for you, we have relationship dynamics. So that's going to be a theme of your week. It's interesting how, I don't know, that makes sense for group 2's reading as well. You might want to check that reading out. We'll see what else we get with the other cards. But, you know, oftentimes when I do these pick a card readings, there's kind of a common thread that runs through all of them. And I think that's just because of the general energy of the week, you know, the planetary positions, the moon phase, etc. But it's interesting how I see that time and time again when I do these readings. So let's draw you one card from my deck. Let's see what else I can tell you. Group 3. All right, so let's do this one. And it is magenta with a message of different, diverse, unusual. It's all about honoring the diversity around you, honoring the diversity within yourself, letting your freak flag fly. You can see she is part elven. I mean, she's wearing a flower as a hat, you know, and there's a genie bottle and a very ornate beaded purse. And magenta is just a color of boldness and confidence and uniqueness. It's not a color we often see in the natural world. It's very vibrant, you know. It's like a vibrant pinkish brown color with a little bit of, I don't know, I always think magenta has a little bit of a fluorescence to it, some shades of magenta. But yeah, so it's kind of saying, do what you want to do. You be you this week. Be bold. If you want to dye your hair a funky color like magenta, do it. If you want to do something drastically different with your appearance, whatever. Do what you want to do. Show or express your unique self this week. It's going to be, valuable in some way, if only for yourself. And of course, the butterfly card says relationship dynamics. And I just noticed, as you see in the background here, there's a magenta flower. Looks like a butterfly bush. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But so magenta is definitely your color of the week, group 3. All right, let's get into the tarot and see what else we can see for your week. Okay. First out, we have Strength, which came up in number 2's reading, group 2's reading. Queen of Wands, same thing. You saw me shuffle. I shuffled pretty well. We have Queen of Swords. Love it. We have the 8 of Coins, which I believe came up in everybody's reading. Group 1, 2, and now 3. And the 8 of Wands came up in another reading as well. So I love it. The 8. So it's an action week. That's an overall theme for everybody this week. It's an action week. You're getting a lot done. You're showing courage in what area of your life? Getting together with friends. I feel like, yes, there's definitely this vibe of being reunited with people, your soul sisters or brothers, your family members. I feel like for most of you, it's probably friends, but it could be family for some of you. You might have some fire in your chart, or you might be a fire sun or moon sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or you might have an air moon or sun sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But essentially, these two are describing you, I feel, but it could mean a reunion. If you're one of these queens, then this card indicates spending some time with the other queen, if that makes sense, right? Probably someone you haven't seen in a while. And it's interesting, too, because I don't remember if that was that, or I think it was there, maybe. Because these are completely different people. You know, she's very serious and logical and analytical. And the Queen of Wands is very outgoing and fun and bright and sunshiny. So I feel like whichever one you would be, you're kind of balancing each other out by hanging out this week, okay? So that's a very joyful type of reunion here. And the Strength card, let's draw on that, because it could be strength overall. Yeah, so it's kind of just saying you have the courage to, live your own life and lead your own life. You are the director and the main star of your life. You're the director, the writer, the producer, and the star of your life. You are the emperor of your life. And you have the strength and courage to do what you need to do and to do what you want to do with your life. So overall, there's kind of a very good feeling of strength and individuality here and leadership, especially with the 2 8s here at the end. So maybe you are just embodying both of the qualities here of the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So, that's a great combination to have, especially if you want to be some kind of a leader in your field. That's the vibe here with your reading, group 3. Let's see what else we got. Let's look at the 8s down here. The 8 of Pentacles is all about working very hard towards a goal, financially or maybe with your physical body. And 8 of Wands is action, taking action. It's fire, it's movement, it's bravery, and action and direction and purpose, I have to add, because they're all going in the same direction, right? They're not just being thrown willy-nilly like a javelin, being thrown, or darts being thrown in different directions. They're all going towards the same like bullseye, right? So there's a purpose to that, right? So we've got Knight of Wands. Yeah, lots of fire energy, group 3. And the 9 of Wands, moving towards stability. Being brave, moving towards stability. I feel like some of you might be moving into a new residence, whether that's an apartment, a duplex, a condo, a home, whatever. Some of you might be purchasing a home or purchasing land. And everything's happening really quickly, okay? You might have found a property or whatever very, very recently, and like this week, things are just happening boom, 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 very, very quickly. And you will soon be kind of at this point where you feel very secure in your space. And there's also a very strong feeling of independence with these cards as well. So there's independence. Maybe you're moving out on your own for the first time. And there's an energy of excitedness too. I mean, look at the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. They're both laughing, they're jubilant, they're joyful. So there's excitedness along with all of the seriousness of making these, mature, responsible decisions that you're making in regards to where you live and what you're doing for a living and what you're doing to make money. And amidst all of that, you've got this wonderful, joyful reunion happening with these 3 cards, right? With maybe you and 2 other people, or maybe you and 1 other person. But know that the relationship dynamics are very important for you this week. And I would add that you need to make time for fun and make time for laughter and friendship this week, even if you are extremely busy. That might be very important for you, to make time for laughter and to kind of relax. And that's important, relationship dynamics, as well as going your own way, doing your own thing, doing something your way, your unique way. That's going to be a theme for you this week as well. Let's draw you, group 3, some words of wisdom. And we do have that lovely magenta color, whoops, but you can see it here and here, a little bit here, and maybe at the top of that slightly. Magenta's really jumping out at us, so it's really showing that your individuality, your uniqueness, you doing things the way you feel that is right, is going to be important for you this week. So we have possible. It's possible. Whatever you're dreaming up is possible. We have, all right, follow. I feel like others will be following you because of all this fire energy. Emperor and Strength, Queen of Wands. You are a leader. You've got leadership qualities shining through this week. We have, I'm trying to get other words besides the and those. We have soothe. Okay, and we have, all right, let me see. Planet. Okay. I feel like planet's there to kind of say the world is your oyster. The world is yours. Do with it what you will. You've got a lot of power this week, group 3. All things are possible. Follow your intuition. Do whatever you need to do to soothe your soul. Joy. Have joy. Laugh. Be around people who are joyful and make you happy and make you laugh. And then get back to business, right? Yeah, and the world's your oyster, Also interesting, planet came up, and then you can see that's the planet, probably the planet Earth there. Kind of a very vague reference to, like I said before, the world is your oyster, right? And you can do whatever you set your mind to. And that's kind of the strong type of vibe for you this week, group 3. I hope this helps you. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.